All profound things and emotions are preceded and accompanied by silence. In various cultures and contexts across the world, silence is imbued with deep significance. Silence, by its very nature, is a vessel for reverence, contemplation, and even resistance. For instance, in many countries, a moment of silence is observed to honor the memories of individuals or groups who have passed away, especially under tragic circumstances or in service to others. This practice, which is seen in schools, at public events, or even at the start of professional sports games, serves as a collective space for mourning and respect. In these solemn moments, silence unites us in shared grief and remembrance, offering a respite from the incessant noise of life. Another example of silence's cultural and ritualistic significance is seen in the traditional Japanese tea ceremony. In this meticulously choreographed ritual, silence plays a central role. Participants often refrain from speaking unless necessary, creating an atmosphere of harmony and tranquility. The silence enables them to fully immerse themselves in the ceremony and appreciate the beauty and significance of each movement and gesture. It is through this silence that the ceremony transcends the mundane and becomes a space for quiet reflection and connection. Silence can also be a potent form of protest. Silent protests have been utilized by various groups worldwide to voice their dissent, especially when words might be suppressed or censored. For instance, Women in Black, an international peace network, holds silent vigils to protest against war, human rights abuses, and violence. In these protests, silence is transformed into a powerful statement, a collective resistance against injustice and violence. The quietness of the protest, juxtaposed against the clamor of the world, speaks volumes. In these examples, silence becomes more than just an absence of noise. It transforms into a profound response. Whether it is a moment of remembrance, a ritual imbued with tradition and meaning, or protest against injustice, silence speaks louder than words. Silence has the power to transcend speech, to convey what words cannot, and to fill the gaps where verbal language falls short. In this video, we explore the depths of silence, revealing 4 key benefits of embracing it. Let us delve into this world of silence and uncover the richness that it holds, the impact it can make, and the ways in which it can enhance our lives. In stillness, we find the whispers of wisdom. The ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu once observed that those who know do not talk, and those who talk do not know. From his perspective, silence was not only a means of achieving greater understanding, but also a way to connect with the Tao, the fundamental principle that is the source of all existence. In silence, we become more attuned to the voices that are often drowned out by the constant chatter of our minds and the noise of the world around us. As Ralph Waldo Emerson described, we can tap into an inner knowing that often goes unnoticed amidst the tumult of daily life. When we quiet our minds and open ourselves to the world around us, we can hear the subtle whispers of nature, intuitive nudges of our inner wisdom, and even the unspoken needs of others. By embracing silence, we become more receptive to our surroundings and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. In the process, we can access a wellspring of insights and ideas that are often suppressed by the continual verbal noise that occupies our minds. Whether it's an intuitive solution to a problem or a burst of creative inspiration, these insights emerge from the depths of our consciousness when we create space for them by quieting our minds. Moreover, embracing silence can lead to profound philosophical and spiritual realizations. One example is the Buddhist teaching that our thoughts are just one of the 5 aggregates that make up our perceived self. According to the Buddha, these fabrications of the mind are fleeting and do not represent our true selves. By observing our thoughts in silence, we can see through the illusion of a fixed self and recognize the transient nature of our thoughts and identifications. In this way, silence becomes more than just an absence of noise. It becomes a gateway to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. As the philosopher Pythagoras once said, "A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence." By cultivating silence, we open ourselves to a world of wisdom and insight that is often overlooked in the clamor of everyday life. Silence enhances creativity. The brilliant mathematician and philosopher Blaise Pascal once observed, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." He recognized the power of silence as a catalyst for deep thought and creative breakthroughs. When grappling with complex problems, Pascal would often retreat into silence, giving his mind the space to explore different avenues and arrive at novel solutions. He believed that the quiet of solitude provided a fertile ground for the creative mind to flourish. As Pascal noted, the sole cause of man's unhappiness is that he does not know how to stay quietly in his room. In the stillness of his own company, away from the distractions of the world, he found the clarity to engage with his deepest thoughts and ideas. Harvard University psychologist Shelley Carson, author of Your Creative Brain, shares similar insights into the power of silence in fostering creativity. According to Carson, reducing the amount of external sensory input that your brain is processing can open up a mental space where creativity can flourish. She explains that when the brain is bombarded with external stimuli, it becomes more difficult to focus on the subtler, creative thoughts that are often overshadowed by louder mental chatter. By removing those distractions and embracing silence, the mind can tune into its more nuanced and imaginative ideas. In Carson's words, when you eliminate the external noise, you can better hear the whispers of creativity that emerge from your subconscious. So, creating an environment of silence and solitude is essential for nurturing creativity. Whether it's a quiet room, a peaceful garden, or a secluded spot in nature, finding a space where the mind can roam freely without external interference can unlock the door to innovative and original ideas. Throughout history, numerous thinkers and creators, such as Ludwig van Beethoven, Virginia Woolf, and Thomas Edison, have sought solitude and silence as a means of unlocking their creative potential. In the stillness of their own thoughts, they found the inspiration and insight to produce some of the most enduring works of art, literature, and invention. Silence enhances well-being and elevates your mood. Where can one find sanctuary from the clamor of the world and the incessant chatter of the mind? Time and again, the testimony of countless individuals throughout history points to the rejuvenating power of silence. Numerous studies have shown that silence helps calm the mind, improves sleep quality, and reduces insomnia. One study even discovered that just 2 minutes of silence can have a more soothing effect than listening to calming music. Further research indicates that exposure to environmental noise can elevate stress hormone levels and lead to disruptions in sleep patterns. Pioneering nurse Florence Nightingale once wrote, "Unnecessary noise is the most cruel absence of care that can be inflicted on sick or well." Nightingale recognized that a peaceful environment is essential for healing and recovery. Author and professor of philosophy Albert Schweitzer similarly observed the transformative power of silence in his work. He wrote, "In the turmoil of daily life, there is so much that distracts the eyes and ears. But in the silence, one can learn to find the self within oneself." In an article for Harvard Business Review, researcher and organizational behavior expert Mike Irwin underscores the importance of silence for our well-being and productivity. Irwin explains that constant noise and information overload can impair our ability to think critically and make informed decisions. He suggests that taking regular breaks from the onslaught of information and embracing moments of silence can help reset our minds and enhance overall performance. In today's world, Where we have instant access to information, it's easy to overlook the importance of stepping back from the continuous flood of data. By taking time to disconnect and embrace silence, our minds have the chance to reset and rejuvenate. This mental break can enhance our clarity of thought, improve our decision-making abilities, and ultimately boost our productivity. Irwin's observations echo the sentiments of renowned psychoanalyst and psychiatrist Carl Jung, who wrote, "The most valuable thing we can do for the psyche occasionally is to let it rest, wander, live in the light of a quieter world." Silence, in its stark simplicity, carries a weight of profundity. It is a language that transcends words, universally understood yet ineffable. Silence is all-encompassing, mysterious yet evident, comforting yet challenging, passive yet potent, acquiescent yet defiant, elusive yet accessible to all. Silence sends a powerful message to the universe and to others. One may often regret having spoken, but rarely does one regret having been silent. Silence can convey messages more powerful than words ever could. In some instances, choosing to remain silent can communicate more effectively than speaking or writing. Take the example of the Dutch silent rituals. During the remembrance of the dead on the 4th of May, the 2 minutes of silence are the most impactful moments of the entire ceremony, outshining speeches and other rituals. This silence allows us to express emotions and sentiments that words could never fully capture. In the face of a tragedy, silence communicates our acknowledgement that no words could ever do justice to the significance of what we're commemorating. Choosing to remain silent for a set period shows a profound respect that words alone cannot convey. In conversation, silence can also be a powerful tool. A well-timed pause can communicate more effectively than even the most carefully chosen words. Research shows that in conversation, silence becomes uncomfortable after approximately 4 seconds. This awkwardness arises from the uncertainty of not knowing what to say or do next, which can make people feel uneasy. As a result, the person on the receiving end of the silence may make decisions just to end the uneasiness of the communication gap. If used skillfully, this silence-induced decision-making can benefit the person who chose to remain silent at the right moment. Another advantage of keeping silent during conversations is that it's often safer than speaking. In certain situations, anything we say could weaken our position, such as when we're part of a conversation about a subject we're unfamiliar with. In these cases, it's more powerful to listen, not only because it allows us to learn, but also because it prevents us from making a fool of ourselves by trying to appear knowledgeable when we're not. Furthermore, remaining silent shows that we're interested and willing to listen, which is generally appreciated. Dear friends, silence is more than just the absence of noise. It's a powerful tool for self-reflection, creativity, and meaningful connection with others. In a world often overwhelmed by constant chatter and information, silence offers a respite for our minds and a chance to listen deeply to ourselves and others. By embracing silence, we open ourselves to new insights, ideas, and perspectives. We create space for understanding and empathy, and we allow for genuine connections to form. Silence can be a profound way to show respect, both for ourselves and for others. In this fast-paced world, let's not forget the value of silence. Let us embrace its potential to bring clarity, calm, and connection into our lives. Thank you for watching. If you found this content valuable, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with others who may benefit from it. Your support means a lot to us and helps us continue to bring you insightful content. I appreciate you taking the time to engage with us. Until next time.